English Leap podcast.
From Speak English with Class.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your go-to English podcast for learning English, where you grow your English and your mindset together. I'm Erin.
And I'm Evan, and today, we're hitting a big one that frustrates everyone, no matter your age, your job, or where you live.
Yep, we're talking about focus, or more accurately, why you can't focus. Have you ever sat down to do something important and then found yourself checking your phone, opening 5 tabs, or wondering what's in the fridge?
All the time. I even lose focus while trying to fix my focus. Like I'll start searching how to concentrate, then end up watching a cooking video about eggs I'll never make.
Haha, relatable. But here's the thing. If you struggle with focus, it's not because you're lazy. It's not that you're broken. Most of the time, the world around you is built to steal your attention.
And in today's episode, we're going to explore why that happens and how you can take your focus back, gently, not forcefully. Whether you're trying to study English, finish a book, or just be more present, this one's for you.
And by the way, today's episode is a slow, clear listening journey, perfect for B1 learners. So just sit back, breathe, and let's walk through this together.
Let's get into it.
So first, let's clear up a huge misunderstanding. If you've ever felt like you just can't focus, it's not because you're lazy.
Nope, not even close. It's actually because your brain is overstimulated. Too much input, all at once.
Yeah, it's like trying to hear someone whisper to you in the middle of a packed football stadium. Your brain wants to listen. It just can't. There's too much going on.
And what makes it worse is we keep feeding this overstimulation. Scrolling, switching between apps, checking one thing while thinking about another. Your brain never gets a break.
Exactly. And your brain gets exhausted, not from doing nothing, but from trying to process everything at once. So if you're finding it hard to focus, it's not a personal failure. It's your brain waving a little white flag saying, "Hey, can we slow down?"
Right. And this is especially true when learning English. If you're watching 5 videos at once, reading subtitles, and switching apps every minute, your brain's just going to shut the door and say, "Nope, I'm done."
So here's a gentle tip for all our English learners. Try not to switch so much. Don't jump from one video to another or from grammar to listening to vocabulary all at once. Pick one. Stay with it. Focus is something we train, not force.
Totally. Even 10 quiet minutes of focused listening? That's gold compared to an hour of distracted learning.
And that brings us to something we often overlook, your environment. If you're trying to focus in a place that's noisy, cluttered, or full of interruptions, you're basically asking your brain to run a race with shoes tied together.
Yeah, like imagine trying to read a book in the middle of a busy street. Not because you're bad at reading, but because everything around you keeps pulling your attention away.
Exactly. Focus isn't just a you problem, it's often a space problem. If your phone's buzzing, people are talking, or even your desk is messy, your brain gets distracted before you even start.
So, for our English learners, think about creating a little focus zone. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just a small, quiet spot where your mind can breathe. Maybe a clean table, some headphones, and 15 minutes without messages popping up.
Yes. When you make space for focus, focus comes to you. It's like telling your brain, "Hey, this matters. Let's be here now."
Which connects perfectly to the next issue. We often confuse being busy with being productive.
Oh yeah. Just because your calendar is full or your to-do list is long doesn't mean you're actually getting anywhere.
Right? It's like running on a treadmill. You're moving, sweating, feeling active, but you're not actually going forward.
And that's a trap a lot of English learners fall into too. Watching 10 videos, writing down 50 new words, trying to do everything, but nothing sticks. It's not deep learning. It's surface-level activity.
So here's a mindset shift. Less noise, more depth. Instead of doing everything, try doing one thing well. Like, focus on just 5 new words today. Say them out loud. Make a sentence. Repeat it. That's powerful.
Definitely. Learning happens in layers, not in a rush. When you slow down, you remember more. You understand more. And over time, you actually improve faster.
So don't measure your progress by how much you're doing. Measure it by how deeply you're understanding what you're doing.
And that brings us to something that often hides in plain sight: your why. Why are you even doing the task in front of you? See, your brain isn't just a machine that does things automatically. It wants meaning. It wants purpose. And when you sit down to learn something, but your brain can't see why it matters, it's going to resist.
Right. Think about it. Have you ever studied a bunch of grammar rules but felt like, why am I even doing this? That's your brain saying, I don't get the point. And when there's no meaning, there's no focus.
So here's a gentle shift. Always connect your English learning to something real. Are you learning so you can travel, talk to a friend, get a job, watch your favorite shows without subtitles?
Give your learning a purpose, not just a task. And suddenly, your focus isn't forced. It's natural. Like your brain finally says, oh, now I get it.
Okay, let's talk about a big myth. That focus should just happen. Like it's a magical mood that suddenly arrives when the stars align. Nope.
Focus isn't a mood, it's a muscle. And like any muscle, it gets stronger when you train it, regularly and with intention.
Exactly. You wouldn't expect to lift heavy weights at the gym without practicing first. But somehow, we expect perfect focus without setting up the environment for it.
So here's a tiny tip that works wonders. Set a timer. 10 minutes, no phone, no distractions, just listen to one English audio clip. That's your gym, your mini mental workout.
And over time, 10 minutes turns into 20. You get stronger. Not because you forced it, but because you practiced it, like any good skill.
All right, let's shift gears for a second and look at your body. Because sometimes, your mind isn't the only one overwhelmed. Your body is stuck too.
Yep. We sit still for hours, staring at screens, feeling foggy and frustrated, and wonder why we can't focus.
Your brain is part of your body, and when you move, even a little, your blood flows better. Your thoughts get clearer. It's like shaking up a snow globe and letting the flakes settle.
So if you feel stuck or mentally full, try this. Go for a short walk while listening to English, or stretch, or even stand up and speak out loud.
Learning doesn't have to be still. In fact, movement often helps you remember and focus better.
All right, here's a big one to close out with. The mistake of relying only on willpower.
Willpower is like a battery. It runs out. And if you're waking up every day trying to push yourself to focus, you're eventually going to burn out.
What you need instead are systems. Gentle, repeatable habits that make focus automatic. Like brushing your teeth. You don't debate it, you just do it.
Think of it like a conveyor belt. You don't want to lift a heavy box every day from scratch. You want the system to carry it for you.
So here's how it looks for English learners. Maybe every morning, after breakfast, you listen to 5 minutes of English. Or every night before bed, you read one short article. Simple, repeatable. No willpower needed.
And over time, that routine builds momentum. Focus becomes your default, not your daily battle.
Exactly. And if you're trying to build that kind of focus in English, having the right words makes it even easier.
So now, let's hand it over to Charlotte. She's going to break down some of the key vocabulary we used in today's episode. Listen closely and feel free to repeat after her.
Yep. This is where your listening and speaking practice gets a little boost. Take it away, Charlotte.
Thanks, Erin. Hello, my lovely listeners. Let's take a moment to look at some powerful words and phrases we explored today. Ready? Let's go. Alright, here's an interesting one. Overstimulate. This means giving your brain too much information at once, more than it can handle calmly. Example: constant scrolling overstimulates the brain. Say it with me. Constant scrolling overstimulates the brain. Next up, misunderstanding. This happens when people believe something that isn't quite true, often because of confusion or wrong information. Example: there's a big misunderstanding that not focusing means you're lazy. Repeat after me. There's a big misunderstanding that not focusing means you're lazy. Now here's a familiar feeling. Exhausted. This means extremely tired. Not just sleepy, mentally or emotionally drained. Example: after switching apps all day, I felt exhausted. Let's say that together. After switching apps all day, I felt exhausted. Let's go with a strong visual phrase. White flag. Waving a white flag means surrender, like your brain saying, "I give up." Example: her brain waved the white flag after too much multitasking. Say it with me. Her brain waved the white flag after too much multitasking. This next word is everywhere these days. Distracted. It means your attention is pulled away, you're not focused. Example: I got distracted by my phone during the lesson. Let's repeat. I got distracted by my phone during the lesson. Now here's a physical one. Cluttered. Cluttered means messy, full of too much stuff. It can be your room or your mind. Example: her cluttered desk made it hard to concentrate. Say it with me. Her cluttered desk made it hard to concentrate. Let's try this one. Interruption. An interruption is something that breaks your flow, like a noise, a message, or someone talking. Example: he couldn't finish reading because of constant interruptions. Let's try together. He couldn't finish reading because of constant interruptions. Now here's a tricky one. Myth. A myth is a false belief, something people say a lot, but it's not true. Example: it's a myth that focus comes naturally to everyone. Say it with me. It's a myth that focus comes naturally to everyone. This word is super useful. Intention. It means a clear purpose, knowing why you're doing something. Example: she studied with intention, not just habit. Repeat. She studied with intention, not just habit. And last but not least, willpower. Willpower is the strength to control yourself and keep going, even when it's hard. Example: relying on willpower alone can lead to burnout. Say it with me. Relying on willpower alone can lead to burnout. That's it for today's vocabulary breakdown. Remember, don't just learn these words, try using them this week. Speak them. Write them. Make them yours. You're doing amazing. Now, let's go back to Aaron and Evan to wrap it all up.
Thanks, Charlotte. I love how just a few good words can bring so much clarity. If you're listening, remember, vocabulary is like adding tools to your mental toolbox. The more you have, the more confidently you can build your thoughts in English.
Exactly. And we hope today's episode helped you understand that focus isn't about being perfect. It's about being kind to your mind, creating better systems, and learning how to slow down when everything feels too fast.
And as always, don't forget, we've made a free PDF just for you. You'll find today's vocabulary list, grammar tips, and some reflection questions to help you go even deeper.
And if you enjoyed today's topic, let us know in the comments. What's the hardest part about staying focused for you?
We'll be back soon with more real English, real topics, and real growth. Until next time, take care and stay focused.